Okay, my name is Bobby Vaught. So this is Sunday, August the 11th. Something that's been on my mind. I wanted to, just make a message here. So I'm looking at the Social Security Administration SSA.gov website, and they have all kinds of information on here about retirement benefits. It's a little PDF file you could download and read. It says, there it is. It says retirement benefits right here. Okay. And then, you scroll down and you have all this whole thing you could go through if you like. So they have different ages, as we know, and the age at which you start collecting or, getting a distribution has something to do with the amount, as you know. So they have different ages, 62, 65, 67, 70. So something that's been on my mind for a while, why does the federal government itself call this a retirement plan when it really isn't? It has nothing to do with retirement. It's a distribution plan, and I'm going to try to explain what I mean by that. But this message is not political, okay? Some of you who know me know I make a lot of political type messages and so forth. This one isn't. This is 0% political, what I'm about to say. It has a lot more to do with personal finance and how to think correctly. Okay? So the federal government itself calls it a retirement plan, retirement benefits. What's retirement got to do with it? It's a distribution plan. When you put money into the stock market, or let's say, for example, you bought a 30-year bond, we don't call the maturity date a retirement plan. It's just an investment, right? You can retire at any age. You can retire at 85, 65, 45. It doesn't take age to retire. It's got nothing to do with it. It does not take age to retire. It takes income. And on some very rare circumstances, I wasn't able to do it, but some very rare circumstances, maybe even people at 35 or 25. Okay? But age has nothing to do with it. Age doesn't have anything to do with retirement. It does not take age to retire. It takes income. So here's what I'm getting at, and this is not political. It's more has to do with personal finance. People out there, they say things that just make my hair fall out, make me go bald. I hear people say stuff like this all the time, or you see it in social media once in a while. And somebody will say something like, well, so retirement age is 65, and then the average lifespan is whatever, 76, so I guess I work this number of years, and then I have 11 years of peace and quiet. Really? Seriously? Well, who trained people to think like that? The federal government? Since when did the federal government dictate to you when you get to retire? Since when will people start thinking of themselves as dependent? And this is not political. It has more to do with personal finance and just personal understandings of things, okay? But since when did people start becoming dependent on the federal government to tell them when they're supposed to retire anyway? Never said that. Social Security Administration, they shouldn't even call it retirement benefits. They should just call it the distribution age. That's all it is. It's no different than, if you had a 401k or, something else. So why are they calling it a retirement benefit? Then it doesn't have anything to do with retirement. In fact, the federal government is in effect they're saying that they're taking enough money from you just enough money from you so that when you need it back, then you're going to need, then you're going to need their retirement plan, their distribution. That's what that really means. It's just absolutely mind-numbing. Expand your income. Create something if you have to. Expand your income. Invest. Expand your income because you're investing. Nobody ever said you had to wait till age 62, 65, 70, whatever to retire. We actually have people who they're actually upset. This is fascinating to me. There's people who are actually upset that they have, Social Security, some politicians are talking about maybe have to, raise a Social Security benefit a couple of years. And people are actually upset about that. You kidding me? Seriously? That's what's upsetting them? Since when was it a retirement plan anyway? People who are upset about stuff like that, what they're really saying is, life's in the way and I don't know how to think correctly. That's what they really mean. And that's just absolutely mind-numbing to me how many people out there can't think. Social Security is not a retirement plan, regardless of what the Social Security Administration says. It's just another distribution plan. You put money into it up to this point, and then you start getting it back. That's all it is. It should be called that. Think. Learn how to think correctly.